welcome to Miss Music. 3 years on from Powder's, Eartheater returns with Heavenly Body, If I'm the Bottle, You're the Messenger, her 6th studio album released on the 14th of July 2026. Inspired by pregnancy, childbirth and early motherhood, the record finds Alexandra Druchin transforming what are intensely personal experiences into something cosmic, strange and unexpectedly universal. The album features 11 tracks, including the singles Paradise Rains and Nova, and a guest appearance from Oklo on Fast Asleep. Now, Eartheater is without doubt a unique talent, producing music that is not only beautiful, but in my opinion, it's challenging music too. Like anyone encountering something genuinely new, I find myself searching for points of reference. There are moments on this album that evoke the ethereal serenity of Enya, particularly on Paradise Rains, whilst Practical Amnesia carries a raw emotional intensity that recalls Sinead O'Connor. At times, Eartheater's voice bears a striking resemblance to O'Connor's, capable of sounding both fragile and fierce in the same phrase. I don't know if you agree with me, but there's also an inventive spirit, the inventive spirit of Kate Bush, I think, hovering over the record, especially in its willingness to fuse folk tradition and theatrical storytelling. The opening track, Malka Mama, sung in Bulgarian and based on a traditional folk song, feels like the sort of adventurous musical detour that Bush herself might once have embraced. And indeed, Bush used Bulgarian folk music and folk singers in 2 of her albums. What I love most about this album is its breadth and its ability to combine rich orchestration with these strange electronic rumblings, these microscopic glitches and fractured textures. And I think that has to be a calling card of Eartheater. Throughout the record, the modern and the ancient seem to coexist. Strings and choral arrangements brush against subterranean bass, digital artifacts and abstract sound design, creating a world that feels simultaneously rooted in folk memory and futuristic experimentation. There is also, I think, on this album, a much greater musicality, a much greater musical heft here than on Powder's. Whilst that album often felt atmospheric and elusive, Heavenly Body is more substantial both emotionally and compositionally. The songwriting is more intricate, the arrangements more ambitious, and the thematic focus much more coherent. Eartheater has always excelled at creating immersive sonic environments, but here those environments are matched by songs that feel fully realised and deeply felt, and that makes it a very special album. The album's central subject, creation itself, gives it an unusual emotional gravity. Rather than treating motherhood sentimentally, Eartheater explores it as something mystical, physical and transformative. And that results in a record that can be disorientating in places, but never less than fascinating. And I guess an interesting link here is with the album Triangle Walks by Fever Ray, which is also about motherhood. It's a very dark album, but also looks at the mundanity, I think, of the boredom, perhaps, of bringing up very young children. Now, I'd love to hear your comments about this album. If I was going to rate it, when I first listened to it, I was thinking, it's maybe 7 out of 10, but I have listened to it a good few times since, and now I think I'd give it an 8 out of 10. It's really, really good, really worth a listen to. So if you don't know Eartheater and you want to kind of get into her music, this is definitely, I think, the album to go with. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe if you enjoy the channel, and goodbye. Bye.